Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be my 5 looks 1 palette video with the new Norvina Pro Pigment Volume 4 palette. This beauty right over here. This palette came out exactly a week ago. I already did a review video where I did 2 looks. So if the 5 looks from this video are not enough, I do have 2 other looks in my review video. So check it out. In that video, I also gave you a lot of information on the palette. We did swatches. We compared it to the original Norvina palette that she came out with Anastasia, because there is a lot of similarities between the two. So if you're interested in that info, go ahead and check out that video. In this one, we are solely going to be doing 5 different looks. I would love it if you guys vote in the comment section below which look was your favorite. I am always interested in seeing which types of looks you guys like better so that I know how to create looks for you in the future. There was one look, I believe it was look number 3, that my eye looked really bloodshot and it wouldn't stop tearing, so I'm sorry about that. Towards the end of this video, I will let you guys know which look was my personal favorite. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe. It really helps me out tremendously. And ring the bell if you want to get notified every time I upload. I don't have a set schedule, but I upload often. I know sometimes my videos don't get recommended to you, so a notification will always let you know when I upload. Besides that, if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to give it a like before you leave. And if you want to see up close pictures of this look that I'm wearing right here, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I think that is all I have to say, so I'm going to stop rambling. Let's go ahead and get started with the first look. Okay guys, so let's get started with the first look from this palette. The first color I'm going to use is the color D3, and I'm going to put it slightly above the crease of my eye. I'm using a Sigma E25 brush and I am tapping it back and forth on the outer half, slightly above the crease. And you want to just kind of place it there, and then with the edge of that same brush, we're going to start blending that top edge, leaving a little bit of space right underneath your brow. And start dragging it in ever so slightly, again a little bit above the crease of my eye. If you have big eyelids, then you do it on your crease, but my eyelids are a little smaller, so I'm going above the crease. And you just want to blend it until it's kind of nice and diffused. You don't see any harsh edges. I'm very happy with the way that blended. And I'm not going to intensify that color that much because that's just going to be my transition shade. With the same brush and the color D5, this time I'm going to pat the color on the crease of the eye back and forth, so a little bit lower than how I placed it the first time, and again just on the outer half. And after it's placed, I'm once again going to start blending that edge. This time it's going to blend into our transition color, which was D1, which we already have there. Diffusing it towards the inner corner of the eye. The reason I place it back here and then blend it in is that I want most of the concentration of color to be on this outer half and diffuse forward. Okay, just like this. With a flat brush, this one is the Morphe JH51 and the color B4. I'm going to start adding some shimmer to my eyelid, and I'm going to take the shimmer all the way to a little bit above my crease because I wanted to make my eyelid look bigger. So I'm going to go past my natural eyelid space. You can see that my eye crease is a little lower than where I placed it, so if the crease is right there, I'm putting it a little bit above because I wanted to make my eyelid look bigger. And that color is beautiful, so I'm going to apply a little bit more because I want it to really show up very nicely. With that same brush, I'm grabbing the color A5, which is a little bit lighter, and we're going to put A5 on the inner third of my eye right here to brighten up the inner part of the eye a little more, and back and forth blend it over B4 so that the colors diffuse real nicely. And once again, I'm going a little bit above where my eye naturally creases. I want to darken up the outer corner of my eye a little bit, and I'm going to do that with the color B5 and a very small blending brush. Just back and forth, blend it all. That color is just darkening up that outer corner a little bit. And I'm starting with the most neutral eye that I think I'm going to make with this palette. If you didn't apply the color B5 to the outer corner, this is a very daytime look because it wasn't too dark before I applied B5, and it's totally like work appropriate. I feel like it's still work appropriate, but it's just a little bit smokier now. Okay, I wanted my colors to show up a little bit more metallic, so I put some setting spray on my flat brush, and I'm reapplying a little bit of the color B4, and you can see how it changes with a little bit of setting spray, and it looks a lot more intense and a lot more metallic. I'm going to do the same with A5. Just reapply it on that inner part of the eye right there. Oh yeah, I like that so much better. I feel like wetting eyeshadows is just the greatest thing. And you can use any setting spray and just literally spray your brush and then dip your brush into your favorite metallic eye color, and it like makes it so much better. Okay, so this is the top of the eye for this very basic neutral look, and I'll be right back with some makeup on to finish it up. I'm back for the first look. I have the color D5 on this big pencil brush, and I'm going to back and forth run it underneath my lower lash line. This brush is the Morphe JH38. Just back and forth blend that color, make it meet at the end here. And then with that same brush and the color D1, we're going to blend that out. So I'm smoking it out a little bit further. Okay, so now if you want to make this look fully work appropriate, you can go ahead and take the color B1 and put it on the inner corner and call it a day. I'm going to just give it a little pop of something fun. So I'm going to do a little bit of a glitter inner corner. So with a very tiny flat brush, this is the Old Sephora collection number 18. I'm going to put the color E2 right here on the inner corner of my eye. And I'm going to tap it a little bit over the beginning of the eyelid so that it blends nicely. Okay, just like this, I absolutely love that fun inner corner. And you can do a fun inner corner at any age, because I promise you, you don't have lines on the inner corner of your eye. Okay, let me do mascara and lashes, and I'll be right back to show you guys the final look. Alright, I'm back, and this right here is the first look. I'm using the Lily lashes in Barcelona, which are my favorite. I am loving that inner corner. I didn't show you guys the look with just mascara because I put on a mascara that I don't really like. It makes my lashes look like I have 3, but it works fine for underneath lashes, so that's why. By the way, besides adding mascara and lashes, I went ahead and put on this L'Oreal Burgundy eyeliner in the waterline of my eye. As you can see, it doesn't look burgundy, it just makes my eye stand out, and it's a really nice, deep, rich shade. So I really like the way it went with this look. Anyways, like I said, I'm in love with that fun inner corner, and this right here is the first look. Okay, let's get started with the second look, and I'm going to get this Morphe M433, which is the equivalent to the E25 from look number 1, and I'm going to tap the color E1 a little bit above the crease of the eye, just like we did with the first eye look, except this time I'm going to bring it all the way in by tapping slightly above where my eye crease is. And I'm going to place that color there, and now that it's placed, with the same brush, we're going to start blending the upper edge of that placement just by running your brush back and forth over that edge. And this is in real time. I'm not speeding up or slowing down anything. Just blend it all. Next, with the color E5, which is the most neon pink I've ever seen, and the same Morphe brush, I'm going to tap that color on that outer corner of the eye and raise it a little bit towards the crease area. Just tap the color there and then start blending back and forth over any edges that color might have created, but it should blend pretty seamlessly into the first color you placed. This look is going to be a little bit more out there. I'm going to start bringing the color in with the brush, just swiping the color forward. Alright, and I'm making it a point to go all the way to the inner part of my eye. With this flat Morphe M432 brush and the Anastasia eyelid primer, we're going to cut that crease. Again, just because I want my eye to appear a little bigger, I'm slightly doing it above where my eye folds. And if you have hooded eyes, this also will prevent you from getting the color transferred. I'm going to get this big concealer brush just to tap that eyelid primer in place. Make sure that, you know, nothing's too chunky and that it just looks kind of even everywhere. And that's what the cut crease looks like before I start putting color on it. So I'm going to wet my flat brush, and with my wet flat brush I grab the color A2 and I'm going to start tapping it on that cut crease area. So just tap that color everywhere you want to place it, which is on the inner third of the cut crease, and then all the way across on the upper side. With the same brush I went into the color C3 and I'm going to tap C3 right in the center of the eyelid. C3 looks pretty dark, but it's really not that dark of a color. With the M433 and the color E5, I'm going to go over that back edge right there because I want everything to blend nicely. So I tap and blend inward so that it covers that cut crease color a little bit, so that we can get a nice transition all the way through. Alright, so this is what look number 2 is looking like. Nice and fun and bright. I feel like we could go to a music festival with this on. But we're staying home and being safe because we are quarantined. Okay, so I'm going to do my face makeup and I'll be right back. I think I have a fun plan for this look. Alright, I lied, and I'm going to break one of my rules. I never, for my 5 looks 1 palette, use anything outside of the palette, but I'm dying to try this and I feel like it's the perfect opportunity, so I'm going to try it. And that is this eyeliner right here. This is one of the new water activated liners that Norvina came out with. I want to use this yellow color. So I put a little bit of setting spray on my brush and I'm going to run it through my cut crease. I don't have a very thin eyeliner brush, so I'm doing it with a lip brush. And I'm scared. Okay, this upper part right here is a little tricky, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just needed to get a little bit closer to my mirror. I feel like it's not perfect. If I had a thinner brush than this, it would have been even better. But I don't hate it, so I'm going to keep going. I am back with a bit of makeup on my face. I have the color E5 on my E36 brush from Morphe, and we're going to run it underneath my lower lash line by just doing little back and forth motions under my eye. And then with my Charlotte Tilbury smudger brush and the color E1, we are going to smoke out that pink just like we did on top. Okay, so with that same smudger brush, I'm going to grab the color D2, which is going to match that cut crease liner thing we used, and I'm going to pat it right here on the inner corner of my eye. I'm really hoping this looks good. Okay, it's taking me a little bit to make it look as intense as I want to make it, but it's working. Alright, I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm going to do some mascara and lashes and I'll be right back to finish it up. I am back with mascara and lashes, and this right here is the second look. This is definitely the opposite of the first look I created. It's so colorful and neon and out there, and I really like it. I wish the eyeliner would have come out a little thinner, but again, I just need to buy a good eyeliner brush because I applied it with a lipstick brush. I mean, for a lipstick brush, it looks amazing. But it could have been a lot thinner. And then besides the lashes and the mascara, I went ahead and applied the color Cute Ting from Fenty as eyeliner in the waterline of my eye right there. I thought this eyeliner would go perfect with this look, and this right here is the second look. Okay, let's get started with the third look. For every look, I've primed my eyes with the Anastasia eyeshadow primer. And for look number 3, I'm going to start with an M433 from Morphe and the color A4. And once again, I'm going to tap it right here a little bit above the crease of my eye. So I am just tapping that color with that pinched blending brush. And I'm going to start blending the edge by going back and forth with very light pressure over the edge of the color that we placed. I really love the shades this palette has, and I don't find any of them to be patchy. I think I've had problems with patchy pigments before, but these are honestly a dream to work with. No patchiness at all. This color is so beautiful, by the way. I love it. To deepen things up a little bit with the same brush, I'm taking the color B5 and patting it here on the outer corner of the eye. So just pat it here on the outer corner and then blend any edges into the first color we diffused. I'm also going to grab a little bit of E4 and I'm going to do the same with it. So outer corner first, just because I wanted to add a little bit more warmth to this look, and then blend it into the crease ever so slightly. Too easy. Okay, I've been dying to use the color A1 on a look, so I think this is the moment, and I'm using my JH51 for it, which is a flat brush. And I'm just going to start kind of like dragging that color from the inner part of the eye out into that outer corner color that we intensified. Okay, now that that color looks nice and intense, with my pinched blending brush, I mixed the colors B5 and E4, and I'm going back to this outer corner with that mixture and pushing it forward a little bit to blend into that glitter. Actually, I think you could definitely leave it at this, and I feel like that transition looks nice, but I'm going to use another color in the middle of the two. I'm going to use the color D4. I grabbed it in my flat brush right here, and I'm just going to pat it where the other colors meet. It is a really nice shimmery purple, and I thought it would go so nicely to make these two colors blend into one another. Alright, so this is going to be the top part of look number 3. I'm going to be right back with some makeup on my face. I'm back with face makeup on, and I got a little bit too excited and forgot to press record, so I was just talking to myself for the past like 5 minutes, but I'm going to just go ahead and tell you exactly what I just did. With the E36 brush from Morphe, I grabbed a mixture of the colors B5 and E4, and with that mixture I went right underneath my lower lash line, just back and forth with the tiny brush, made them meet the upper part of the eye right here at the outer corner, and place those colors there. Then I grabbed the M506 also from Morphe. It's a fluffier, very tiny blending brush with the color A4, and with that shade I smoked out that mixture I had placed underneath my eye and made it very nice and smoky all the way back here on this outer corner. Lastly, with this very small teeny tiny flat brush, I placed the glitter E2 right here on the inner corner of the eye because I loved it so much in the first look. I wanted to use it again. So that was it with the eyeshadows. Besides that, I put a purple eyeliner in my waterline. This one is from Fenty in the color Perpetrator. I will be linking every single thing used in the description box down below, so anything you're interested in you can find down there. Okay, so now that we are here, I'm going to do some mascara and lashes, and I'll be right back to show you the final look. I am back, and this is look number 3. If anything looks funky, this eye keeps watering because I did looks 1 and 2 today as well, and every time I do that I have a horrible, disastrous video because my eyes are so sensitive and they keep watering. So I've had to like wipe this under part off like 2 times and redo it already. So let's get these shots. This is look number 3. For look number 4, I'm once again going to start with the color A4, and I'm going to pat it a little bit above my crease, and I'm going to go 3/4 of the way in, and I always start applying it on the outer part back here because that's where I want most of the pigment to be. And after the color is patted on, we're going to blend the edge. I think this is my favorite transition type color that this palette has. So just back and forth, blend those edges. Which then with the same brush, which is the M433 from Morphe, I'm tapping A3 on the outer corner of the eye and into the crease. Just with the tip of that pinched blending brush, swipe that color back and forth on the crease of your eye and go all the way in with it. Again, start by patting on the outer corner and then build it in. Okay, lastly, I'm going to pat some more A3 on this outer corner. I like the color and I want it to like really show. Next, with my flat JH51, we're going to use some glitter. This is the color E3, and I'm going to very gently pat it where I want to place it which is on my eyelid from the inner part 3/4 of the way in. And you want to pat it very, very lightly because it'll minimize any fallout we might have. So just be very gentle with your glitter. And I'm going back for more and grabbing more just little by little. Because the eye is primed, it's attaching nicely. Alright, and this is what things are looking like. I'm going to just drag the glitter back a little bit. And then back with my fluffy brush and a little bit more A3. I'm going to also drag that color forward a little bit in order to mix the two shades together. Okay, now that the glitter is on, I'm going to do some face makeup and I'll be right back to finish this up. Okay, I'm back with some makeup on, and to finish up this eye, I'm grabbing the color A3 on my little tiny pencil brush from Morphe. It's the E36, and I'm back and forth just kind of swiping to place that color right underneath my lower lash line. It looks pretty pink, even though the color A3 is kind of like purpley, but oh well. And then with a fluffy brush, the M506, and the color A4, I'm smoking out the color A3. Lastly, for my inner corner, I'm using C1 as my highlight shade. And with this flat brush, I'm going to slightly take it above the glitter. I used a purple eyeliner from Fenty in my waterline to add a bit of contrast. This one is Perpetrator. I'm going to put on some mascara and lashes, and I'll be right back to show you guys the final look number 4. I'm back with mascara and lashes on, and this right here is look number 4. Okay guys, let's get started with the 5th look. I already have my makeup on, and I also have eyeshadow primer on my eyelid. I'm going to start by using the color A4 on a Refer number 1 brush, and I'm going to pat that color right above the crease of my eye, leaving a little bit of space underneath the brow. I'm going to pat it from the outside inwards so that most of the pigment is deposited on the outside of the eye. And then with that same brush, I'm going to start blending back and forth through that edge that I just created. When I'm blending, I like to pull it out a little bit and just blend everything. This is my first time ever using the Refer brushes. I already did my other eye, and oh my god, these brushes are the softest brush that has ever touched my face. Honestly, every single one of them has been so freaking soft. I love to start out with this color. So I've been doing it for the past 3 looks. Okay, now that my edges are blended with that same Refer number 1 brush and the color C4, I'm patting the color on the outer corner of my eye. C4 is a color that you have to kind of go back and really build in order to get it to look as intense and beautiful as it looks in the pan. But it is such a pretty color that it is totally worth it if you have to dip your brush in it like 5 times. So outer corner, and then I'm blending it into that first color we placed, and I'm going to start taking it over the crease inwards a little bit. I went back for more, and I'm going to pat it on the inside of my eye as well, because we're going to be doing a halo eye for look number 5. And again, make it meet at the top. I wiped off the brush, and I'm just going to blend that edge on top there, just to make sure everything's diffusing nicely. With the color D3 and the Refer number 2 brush, I'm going to fill the center of my eye, and I'm patting that color in place, back and forth with that number 2 brush from Refer, back and forth, back and forth. Back with the color C4, I'm blending the edges of D3. Next, I'm grabbing E2 on a teeny tiny Sephora Collection number 18 brush, and I'm going to tap it right through the center of my eyelid above D3. Just tap it up and down through the middle there, and that's going to bring so much light and attention to the center of your eye. And I'm tapping side to side now just to kind of diffuse the edges of the glitter a little bit. Okay, we're pretty much done with the top of the eye, and I'm grabbing the Refer number 3 brush and the color C4, and I'm going to drag it all the way underneath my eye to my tear duct area by patting and dragging it, because that color blends out so easily, so we want to pack it on. I'm also going to apply Fenty's Perpetrator eyeliner to my waterline off camera because I can't. With the Refer number 1 and the color A4, I'm going to blend out that purple a little bit by going right underneath it. And last but not least, with the Refer number 2 and the color C1, we're going to do the inner corner of the eye and blend it a little bit above the crease at the beginning there, just a little bit. Okay, so this is look number 5 before mascara and lashes. Let me show you what it looks like with mascara and lashes on. Okay, this is what it's looking like with a little bit of mascara on. I'm wearing the Benefit Roller Lash, but it's not looking great on me, and I think it's because it's kind of dry. But I know that you guys sometimes like me to show you without lashes, and I haven't done it for any of the looks in this video, so here you go. Let me put some lashes on and show you the final look. I am back with lashes on, and this right here is look number 5. I hope you vote from 1 to 5 which look is your favorite. I just realized that this is definitely my favorite look I've created with this palette out of the 7 that I've done. If you haven't seen the other 2, check out my review video. We are done with all 5 looks. As I said, look number 5 is definitely my absolute favorite from this video. I really was trying not to use that purple shade in this video as well, because that was one of the colors that I used in my review video, but I just couldn't help myself, and I'm so glad I did it because this look is everything I really love. How soft yet glittery yet elegant, and just everything. This look just makes me happy, so I'm really happy that I used it in this video as well. There are a couple shades from the palette that I didn't use in this video, but I did use some of those in my review video. Shades like B4, D1, B3, I did use those in my first video, I'm pretty sure. The 2 shades I don't think I used in any looks are C2 and C5, and that's because I did enough pink looks, I feel like, with the palette already, and I wanted a little bit more variety with the looks. Okay, if you're still here, you're the real MVP, and I thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget before you leave to please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you're not subscribed yet, hit the red subscribe button, subscribe to my channel. It means the world to me when you guys do that. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you back in the next video. Bye!